Asm said something on the earth. Asm Worth said something on the chat board, and I, as far as I know, they're making a third one. But Tron,
Hmm.
Tron 3. Now, for those of you who don't know, Tron Legacy is a sequel to the 1982 film Tron. It is a direct sequel to this film, whether people like to believe it or not. I don't know. To be honest, Bill, I don't know much about Tron. This is where my nerdgasm kind of ends.
I don't really know much about Tron either. So,
but I do know that the Tron Legacy film, I mean, as far as I know, like they wanted to do a third film. They are talking about a third. As far as I know, hold on, Tron 3. I think they're talking about it. As far as I know, and Jared Leto is attached or something. I don't know. I've heard so much about this in the past, like 10 years. I don't know. Could it happen? Sure. Will it happen? I give it a 50-50 shot of Tron 3, to be honest with you guys. I give it a 50-50 shot with Tron 3. I mean, like, let's say the first film was this first film was 82, then 1982. The second film, Tron Legacy, came out in what year was it? It was 2010. So you're talking 11 years ago. Are they going to make another Tron film? I have no idea. Bill, first off, what's your opinion of a Tron? First off, do you like Tron? And secondly, are you open to seeing another Tron film?
To be honest, I never seen any of the Tron movies, so I can't really speak to this matter.
Okay.
And I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know what I'm talking about, which I don't.
Gotcha. And anyone in the chat board, feel free to help us out tonight with Tron. Asmworth just jumped back in for a sec. He said Tron 3 started planning immediately after Legacy came out, but was canned. So they apparently there is talk of it, but it got canned. I mean, and then they said last year they announced a third one. So we're going to Google for a sec, because now I'm curious about Tron 3. As far as I know, they're doing something with another Tron film. Will it come out and what will happen? I have absolutely no idea. But here's the last I got. As of August 2021, Tron 3 adds Dune production designer. Okay. So apparently Disney's got some stuff in store for Tron. I mean, also let's look at the box office of Tron Legacy. Box office mojo. Let's see how much it made. So look, it made $400 million, Bill.
Really?
Tron made in the year it came out, which was 2010. It was one of the highest grossing films of that year, aside from Avatar. But Tron Legacy made a total of, on a budget of $170 million, it made $400 million worldwide.
Wow.
So, I mean, there's room there that it made profit. Could the genius and mindset of Walt Disney say, let's see where it goes from here? I think I'd be up for that. I have not seen either Tron film, but I will say, though, that I do think that this Tron movie could happen. I think the likelihood of it being there, and that I think Disney's smart enough to say, we could keep this going if we want to. I think they might. Bill.
I hope so. Like I said, I'd never seen any of the Trons, but I'd be willing to give them a watch.
Yeah, I mean, the first film was 1982, and they made a sequel to it in 2010 called Tron Legacy. And then they're talking about a third one. I mean, I think my only thing is strike while the iron's hot. You do not want to do a Star Trek. Like I'll compare it to Star Trek for a second. Star Trek 2009 came out in 2009. Then the next film in the franchise came out 4 years later. You have to strike while the iron's hot. They made such a good film with Star Trek 1. Star Trek Into Darkness comes out, and it's 4 years later. So it did pretty well at the box office, but it could have done better if you make it sooner. Star Trek Beyond came out 3 years later. Okay, and it made money, but it didn't make a lot as much as Star Trek Into Darkness. They're going to do Star Trek 4, and I hope the budget's really low. It's like maybe $90 million. Pay the cast what they want. and make the budget for 90 million, and then that way you can make profit and make more films to appease the audiences. Because so far the 3 Star Trek films have been great. I'm comparing that to Tron because Tron is one of these franchises that came out in 1982, 2010. If you're gonna make one, do it sooner than later. That's my only thing with Tron. Bill, what do you think about that? Like, am I making sense by saying let's do Tron sooner than later?
I agree with you.
Yeah. So that's just my personal opinion.